Prince of PAs, yeah, you really can't go wrong.
What is happening, my friends of YouTube? It's your boy K-Dub here. K-Dub's High Five, at DZDub1, at Mr. K-Dub on Twitter. If you are just checking out this channel for the first time, first of all, thank you for clicking on this video. Second of all, please, I encourage subscribe to the channel. I do sports card content as well as some fun videos with my kids as well as some teacher talks. So I got a whole plethora of things on my YouTube channel. Always encouraged, always fun. Please click subscribe. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about National. I know it's been 3 months now. I did a lot of National content while I was at the show, a little bit after the show, but I just want to speak to a little bit to my experience and truly how National shifted and changed the way I do sports cards and the way I have been collecting since encountering the National. But first, I want to start out with a package. This package here was from my good friend Ben Fuqua over on Twitter or X. But Ben is a dude I met in real life at the National. Never met Ben before the National, had many interactions on Twitter. We do lots of rack stuff together. And Ben and I connected at the National. And it was like a true sports card friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came together the minute we met. It was like sports cards. We were back in, like we were in middle school again, talking. He's a big 90s guy, likes Shaq, likes MJ, likes the GOATs. Obviously, your boy likes MJ. And Ben posted some cards on Twitter that he was trying to sell. And I saw one, an MJ, of course, that he posted. And I was like, bro, we got to figure out a way to do this. And he said, don't even ask me about it. It's already on its way. I was like, what, dude? Come on, let's figure it out. But because of that connection that we made at National, I feel like we have this forever bond over sports cards. So I'm thankful that I was able to, number one, just meet Ben in real life. He's a standout dude, awesome person, awesome father, awesome collector. But number two, he's one of the most generous people. As we were walking around the National floor, talking about cards, talking about MJ, talking about collecting, it was just the beauty of the hobby, and that the National gave me that. And so that's one way the National has changed me. It's opened up my eyes to the fact that there are so many collectors in my age demographic, in my collecting demographic, that I'm now connected to, not just virtually, but in real life. And Ben is one of those dudes. So shout out, Ben. I know what's in here. You guys don't know what's in here. But my man, Ben, handwritten note. This card belongs in your hands rather than some random eBay buyer. He had it up on eBay as well. I know you'll appreciate it far more than anyone else will. Imperfections and all. And that's worth more than a fleeting few bucks from a sale. Enjoy the gift. This rack is not a transaction or an exchange. I'm happy to put it into the PC of a friend, of a real life friend. So here it is, my friends. Ooh, it's a little hot. It's a little hot already. Here it is, my friends. Ooh, Mr. Enfuego, Miguel Jordan, Michael Jordan, tops, 1996. Enfuego MJ. Now, as he said, a couple imperfections. There's a little scratch on it, little slight bend on the bottom corner, but that's my story, because this card has a great story. You know what I'm saying? Someone had this card, they loved this card so much, and it just got a little bit more wear and tear than it needed. A little bit of scratch on there. You probably can't even see it on the screen, but beautiful card, beautiful act of kindness from my man Ben. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, and I appreciate that we were able to meet in real life. But to the story behind this video, I'd never been to a card show before. The National was my first ever card show. I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea what to think going into it because I'd never been to a show. And when I walked into that room, everything changed in the way I did my hobby. I literally reverted back to my 6th grade self in the card shop in a small town in the middle of Washington State. I was looking for MJs. I was looking for 90s hoops. I was looking for sets as I started putting together this all-star set from 96 SP die cut silver. I mean, it was literally like I was back in my 6th grade self. And that hasn't changed. It helped me to realize like the hobby is this giant ocean, right? I work with this small pool on Twitter or X. But when I walked in there, there were folks that never had heard of Twitter. There were folks that had never heard of X, had never heard of YouTube. I talked with guys who were building sets, literally guys who had legal yellow pad that they were crossing off sets as they went through. I talked to dudes who were waiting at PSA to get cards back for their collection that were theirs in their collection. I watched deals happen with kids who were way smarter than I was when it came to buy, sell, trade of sports cards. I watched Card Collector 2 making deals with grown men to young kids at his booth. I saw grails upon grails upon grails. I saw a table full of Griffey Jr. cards that said, not for sale. They literally just brought their cards to show off at the National. And it really took me back to what matters and what's important in this hobby. And that is collect what you love. Collect what you love in this hobby. Man, if you love MJ, that's my PC. I love MJ. Man, collect MJ. If you like modern football players, collect modern football players. If you like vintage, if you're a set builder, if you're a 90s collector like myself, collect what you love. And then that's how the National changed me. Because I didn't really have a lane. I mean, I had a little bit of a lane, but space when it came to real life collecting card shows. And when I walked in there, I said, you know what? This hobby is about building cards that I'm going to love in my collection. And no matter if they go up or if they go down in value, I'm going to love them no matter what. So that's the beauty of the National. The greatest card show in the world, not only because of the cards that it brings, because of the impact it makes on people in this hobby, the way they collect, how they collect, what they collect. So that's my National story. That's the beauty of this sports card hobby. And that's why I hope to go to a National again. Going to it again, I'll know a little bit more of what to expect, but I don't expect myself to do it any different. I expect myself to be thumbing through boxes of Michael Jordan cards, looking at MJ cards in the showcase, looking at Penny Hardaway cards, looking at Randy Moss 90s stuff. Like, that's what I did at the National, and that's what I'm going to do from here on out with the way I do the hobby. Hope that impacts you guys in some way or another. Let me know why you collect what you collect in the comments. I would love to hear your stories. I would love to hear your favorite cards in your collection, which in Fuego is now one of my favorites. So thanks to Ben for this, for the reminder of why we do what we do in the sports card hobby. And y'all be the good in the world. Be the good to yourself. Be the good to your PC. Be the good to anyone and everyone that you interact with. Y'all take care. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.
On packs we ripping, packs on packs on packs we dropping, racks on racks on racks, racks on racks on racks, racks on racks on racks, there really ain't no stopping.